Hello and welcome to another quick tutorial from Premier EPOS. Today I'm going to discuss with you how to use the Replen order system. There's going to be a few videos in this series explaining certain aspects of the actual system, but today I'm just going to show you how to physically order some stuff and get them into your system. So firstly, we'll log ourselves in, we'll go over to stock and we'll go to replenish stock. Right, okay, so standard layout here. So we've got this particular section here shows you how to obviously create a new order, edit an order, delete an order, print one, email one, transfer it to a different store, increase, decrease, and some search functions there. There's a few little things across the side here which will be explained in more detail later on in a few more video series regarding the Replen system. So what we need to do, we need to go to create new order. And then we get this window that's popped up here. So first port of call is we need to physically select a supplier. So we'll select, say, my top supplier here, and then we've got a few options down here to go for. So we've got a blank order, we've got a minimum maximum, we've got a previous sales, and we've also got based on previous order as well. So a blank one quite literally is just blank, and then you can insert all the items in manually if you wish. There's also a minimum maximum system, which is the most popular, so that orders based on your minimums and maximums effectively, so ordering as much up to your maximum as possible for those particular items. You've got previous sales, which obviously bases things on obviously what you physically sold on your system, and then you've got previous based on previous order, which means that you can basically duplicate the same order again if it's something that you continuously order all the time, and no matter what quantities you've got. So for this particular one, let's go for previous sales to begin with. So we've got previous sales for this particular supplier. So let's go the past, say, 9 days, and let's see what this brings up. So we press accept on that, and there we have it. So we've got one order then popped up like that. So we can double click and have a look inside it, and there you have it. So we've got some items in here that we obviously need to be ordered based on what we've physically sold. What we can do as well, I'll show you another little method here. So if we delete that order and try it again, so go to create new order, do the same thing again. Let's select that one, past 9 days, and let's filter it. So I only want to order anything that's come in, anything that's sold that's got horse in its actual type. So let's see what that does for us. So we go to accept on that now, and there you go. It's brought it a lot lower now, so that should show me a couple. Yeah, there you go. 2 items there that have been physically sold that have horse in the type of item. So you can narrow down your ordering system as much as you like based on that. Okay, let's try a minimum maximum now. So we go delete that order, create an order, and let's go for a minimum maximum based on this supplier. As you can see, there's a few little tick boxes as well in each of these systems as well. So generally speaking, those two are done by default. So ignore discontinued lines for obvious reasons. You don't want to try and order in stuff that has been discontinued, and consider items already on order that have already been received and stock not increased. Basically means to stop you from reordering the same thing over and over again. And there's a few other extra functions there you might want to throw in, but we'll just keep it standard right now, and then we'll go to accept on that and see what that brings in. There we go. Okay, so we've got ourselves a nice list of items here. There we have it. So when we actually go inside the order, there's a few things we can do. We can add some more to the order, we can delete items, we can do a bulk update of certain things, we can mark items as free stock, select them all. We can obviously print things, send things to the return system, and obviously add them into the system. So what we can do now, say for example, we wanted to add some more items to this particular order before we got it sent off. We can physically search for them down here. So you can search down here by the product name, barcode, or supplier. So right now we've typed on the supplier. So just click on search, and there you go. So there's my search results right there. So say for example, I wanted to add that into the system. So I'd click on there, add that, and there you have it. Say if I wanted to then change that, I wanted to add 12. Accept that, and there you go, there's 12 in there. It's increased my total cost as well, and that's how you can add some more then. Also, you can also delete them the same way. So you literally click on delete item, removes them all together. You might have noticed as well, there's a little section here as well. It shows you a few little stats regarding it, these particular items when you slick through them. So you can see obviously how many have sold in a month or leased in a month, and obviously you can drill it down quite heavily on there as well of what sort of information you might want to see based on obviously that particular item. Now, obviously when these items arrive, you need to physically then get them into your system. So there are 2 steps to this. There is the checking process and the adding to the system. So firstly, what you do is, say for example, these items arrive in a pallet or a box or however they do arrive. What we need to do is we need to tell the system that they have arrived and what has been arrived, etc. So we will select on that one. Say, for example, all 3 of these have arrived. So what you do is you go to mark as checked. Yes, all 3 has arrived. Thank you very much. No problem. And then what you can see, it turned light green. And a light green indicates that if that's been checked, they're all there. We're all good to go with that one. Okay, so for example, if I clicked on this one here and go mark as checked and say, actually only 4 of these have arrived, press accept on that, it now goes orange to indicate that there's obviously there's an issue with some of the quantity of this particular item. If I also click on mark as problem, indicates that 1, because I've already checked there's only 4, accept, it then adds it into that column as well now as well. So the system then knows that there's definitely a problem with that particular item, well, one of those quantities of that item. Next step, go to this one. If we again go to say, okay, all of these, they just haven't arrived. I don't know what's going on, but they haven't arrived. So we click on mark as problem. All 3 of them haven't arrived. That's gone red to indicate that there's a big problem with that. They haven't arrived whatsoever. So next step is you can also go the other way as well. For example, this one here, we can go mark as checked and go, well, actually, I didn't get 6, I got 8. So if I type an 8 there, then goes yellow. Yellow to indicate that obviously you've actually received more than what you've actually ordered. Obviously, you can do this in bulk as well. So, for example, if I done all of them, got all of them checked, I'm happy with all of them, can highlight them all, click mark as checked, and there you have it. So all of them have gone light green to indicate they're all ready to get onto my system now. I'm happy with they've all been put on there now. So what we'll do is we can select all, and then we can add to stock. So we add to stock, boom, done. As you can see now, all the light greens have turned dark green, which indicates they have now been put into the system now. And it also indicates what has been inputted. So as you can see, 4 have been put in, obviously minus that 1 problem. None of them have been put in because obviously 3 of them were a problem. 8 of them have been put in, even though obviously only actually ordered 6. So we know that whatever's come in, we can just get it out and get it sold and get our stock control up to the correct levels. Say for example, if I made a mistake and realised, oh no, I didn't actually want to do all that, I wanted to reverse what I've done here. What you can do, you can literally go to select all and then click on remove stock, and then it'll actually, obviously, do you want to remove it by the amount that was added? And you go, yes, I do, yes, just please do it the way, please, thank you very much. All goes back to 0, and obviously keeps them all light green as well to indicate that they haven't been put into the system, but they're ready to be put into the system. So there you have it. So that's a nice little quick overview of what's going on there. There's a few of extra things, but again, they will be added into our later videos. Show you a little simple stuff. For example, marked as free stock. If I literally click on that now, what that'll do, it'll just get rid of the actual cost there. So if you received a lot of freebies from your supplier, you can click on that, just removes them all straight away. You can export them out to an SEL list, so you can get all the labels printed off in a separate system, or obviously you can print the label directly from here. You can also add things to the return system as well, but again, that will be explained in a different video. In terms of what else you can do here as well, you can also add to different stores as well. So if you, for example, if you used a warehouse system and you're the one that controls everyone's stock levels, you can do it from a master sort of warehouse database and send out commands over the database via the cloud to obviously update that information, or you can physically transfer those orders straight over to them along with the actual orders. So if people order from your main direct warehouse, as you send them out, you can then send that order over to them, so then they can obviously check over it, make sure it's all arrived intact, and insert them all as well themselves. And there you have it. That's a little quick overview based on the replenishment system. Again, there's going to be more videos in here in the future regarding this. I do hope this was useful. Check us out next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you now.